In my eyes, consumer products can be broken down into two generic categories: products that are worth the money and products that are not. And today we're going to go through the journey of how I first bought a product that was not worth the money and how hopefully the product behind me is worth the money. This started a few weeks ago. I wanted seat covers for my 2026 Ram 1500 Warlock. It comes with the cloth seats. They're comfortable, they're fine, but I want to protect that cloth so that eventually when I go to, sell the truck or do whatever with it, that cloth is in perfect shape. So the original set of seat covers I bought, I got them for $2.99 on Amazon. They look great in the photos. I got them, I put them on the truck. I even filmed content with these seat covers, and I just didn't like the way that they fit overall. I didn't like the end product. The stitching was not even in all areas. The headrest didn't wrap all the way around clean. They didn't look OEM. And so I ended up returning them, and I went back to the drawing board. I spent weeks online researching the best product when it comes to seat covers. And behind me, we have Kustom Interior. This is a company that I discovered, and they sell seat covers that are a little more expensive, I will say. They're about $550, but they looked really good in the photos, even better than these Amazon ones. And the reviews online was what sold me, because the reviews were excellent and there were tons of customer photos, which was nice because I could see sort of how they would look in advance. So here they are. I haven't unboxed them. I haven't even looked inside. I'm going to take the camera, put it up. I'm going to do more of a top-down view so you guys can see me unboxing them for the first time. And then we will actually get them in the truck. And I'm hoping this is a more successful seat cover mission. Right now it's 100 degrees out, but I'm doing this in the sun so that you guys can see, quite literally burning alive. So 2 boxes, they came taped together. This down here, kind of cool. They give it to you in the bag. Yeah, this already looks way better. So this must be the front jump seat by the looks of it, which, by the way, on their website, you select your trim. So, I selected Warlock with the 40-20-40 front, and then this must be the base. Oh yeah, this already looks so much better. And I like that they give you stitching. Let me show this. I like they give you stitching on the back part, and then on the seat base, there's no stitching. It's just this black piping instead, which looks really clean. Let's keep going. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. It's touches like this. This is what I like. I like this nice box it comes in. Makes you feel like you actually bought something that's worth it. All right, well, it all came out in one bag. That's kind of nice. Oh, this is awesome too. They give you these plastic tools to tuck in. They look like just tucker tools. I'm seeing 4 of them there. Oh yes, there we go. 1-piece headrest. The ones I got from Amazon, they kind of just went like this, and the sides were totally exposed. These, they will slide right on, and they have a strap at the bottom. These are the rears. Oh, and look at that. Kustom Interior sticker. Pretty cool. So this is looking like front seat bottoms. Oh, I like the perforation. That is, once again, something that makes it look OEM. That's something you would see on an OEM seat. Oh, you know what? I misspoke. These must be the backs of the front seats because they have pockets. This is the 60 part on the back. Here's what I like. This was my favorite part. The prior seat covers I bought, they did not have a middle cutout for that fold down armrest that you get with certain trims. Tradesman you don't, I think, but in the Express model, I don't think you either, but on the Warlock you do. They give you a nice cutout, a zipper cutout for that. Just amazing. I love it. I can actually now use the middle armrest. My wife uses that every day. This is everything. What you see is what I got. And now let's do the fun part. I'm going to clean the interior. I want to get it nice and clean. And then let's start installing these seat covers and see how they fit. But so far, from a looks perspective, they look great. I'm sort of rotating these seat covers in the sun, and I'm thinking that'll just make them more pliable so that when I get to putting them on the actual seats in the truck, they mold better. But I'll let you guys know here in a little bit if that theory actually proved correct or not. The rear headrest can be a little bit of a pain. You're gonna see on either side these little square tabs. Just push in on one, lift it up slightly, and then on the other side too, push it in, lift it up. And then I'm gonna take the button on the side here of the headrest, fold it down, and that'll make it come out. The easiest way, I believe, to get these seat covers on, especially the back part, is to unbolt the 4 seat bolts and be able to move the seat forward. Basically, you have 4 screws. The 2 fronts is going to be an E12. I have 2 18 millimeter bolts on the rear. So 2 E12s at the front, 2 18 millimeter bolts at the rear. They just come off like that. And then our 18, that goes on the rear. All right, so I'm gonna get this back cover on first. This is the driver rear seat. And one thing just obviously be cognizant of is now the seat's unbolted, so it's gonna move around a little bit. And yeah, the sun I think is gonna make this easier because it seems like the seat backs are sort of molding in place better. 4 straps in total. And then my guess is on the back, we have 2 in the middle here. Okay, and then these 2 will be for these. Look at that, stuff from the factory. So these tools that the company provides, this will help with tucking these 2 holes underneath the insert points for the headrest. And the good thing is actually you can get it pretty much most of the way by hand. I might not even need these. Just like that. That was just way easier than I thought it would be. I did get this first seat cover, the back part on the driver rear, and it fits pretty good, but I did roll these straps and that allowed the distance to be shortened, and I crossed them and rolled them, and it made the fit really nice on the back. That's just my OCD, because I feel like the closer you kind of get it to the seat, the more OEM it looks. All right, this is the bottom portion of the seat. Lean this forward. I'm gonna pull my tire seat cover through and get these straps out. Pull these through. On the bottom side of the driver rear seat, we have actually 5 sets of straps, which is nice. We have 1 on each corner. We have these 2 primary ones in the middle, and then we actually have 1 closer to where your feet would be at the front. We are loose. I pulled the truck inside the garage because I'm trying to play around with different lighting angles in case the outside lighting wasn't perfect. I now have some artificial lighting. We're gonna get the back part of this on first. I think the biggest thing with these seat covers is you want to make sure that you're pulling the seat covers to where you want them first and then guiding the straps. You don't want to pull the straps hoping that the seat covers will follow. Well, the rear is almost done. The only thing we need to do now is get the headrest covered and back in place. And there's the cutout for the center armrest, which looks good. And you can, just like this, zipper it up when you're not using it, which is nice. All right, so rear headrest, the best way to tell which one is which is the front ones are A, they're bigger. B, they have white stitching, whereas the rears don't. And the biggest tell is that the rear ones are going to have this side hole that correlates with that side push button to fold them down. A little bit of a tight fit. Here, bottom strap on, and tuck this in, which yes, we can. That now looks, this looks really clean. I mean, yeah, that's awesome. Well, the good thing is the driver headrest is way more straightforward to get out, the front driver and passenger. And let's get the driver back part on first. No seat removal required, so this will be a little bit easier. First, you're going to want to undo the zipper that's on the back side there. Just slide this on. On the seat back part, it comes with these, it's like a hook and anchor system. And there's 1, 2, and then you can see the third one attached. I need to figure out basically how to best attach and secure this back cover in between the base of the seat and the back. So you can see here I've lifted up this flap from the seat, and I'm going to actually pull these through just like that. And I think that's probably the best way to get them to stay in, just by leaving them like that. So on the base, we have 3 of these as well. And then we also have these corner straps, which I still need to figure out. One on either side. Let's get this on tight. We also have these front ones as well, which will hook onto the bottom side of the back to sort of bring it all together underneath. I'm going to tuck this strap in right there, connect it to the other side. I'm actually going to tuck that all in behind the plastic so it looks clean. First, get that in there. Going into this product overview and install, I didn't really know what to expect. Now, what I saw on the internet looked really good. And as I was unboxing it, which you guys saw earlier, I was impressed with the quality and what appeared to be a better overall finish. But I gotta say, I am really impressed with the way these things fit. Yes, this is a sponsored video. It says up there, paid promotion. The company did send me this product to test and to show you guys. But with that, all videos, some are sponsored, some are not. A lot of things I purchase with my own money and I do, similar reviews for. But all companies that I work with, I'm always the one reaching out first because it's a company that I vetted myself. I vetted their products and I know it's something that I can vouch for, or at least I have a 95% certainty at that point that it's something that I can vouch for. Overall, I'm going to give this a 9.5 out of 10. Let's start with what I don't like because there's not much of that. And then I'll get to all the things that I do like. First, and I realize, I'm a realist. I understand that this is maybe not something that's going to affect a lot of people. But if you're a father and you're putting car seats in the back, these seat covers are not ISOFIX friendly. You can see the ISOFIX is behind the seat cover, but there's no cutout for it. What I actually had to do was take a razor blade and slice a little slit so that my ISOFIX connections could come through and I could reattach the base of the car seat after. This is obviously not an ideal solution to this problem, especially with what this product costs. I think that should have come included, or at least the option to have that on. I'm going to show you guys another video of the center jump seat here, and you can see the strap to bring the jump seat back down. They included like a nice little stitched out opening for that strap. If they had just done that for the back seat covers with the ISOFIX connections, I feel like that would look way better. The second disadvantage is color options. On the website, there just aren't many options. There's basically what I have here, which is the standard black with the basic stitching and the piping. There's then another option with additional stitching that looks pretty good too. But beyond that, as far as color options, there's not much else. And here in Northwest Arkansas, we have had 105 to 110 degree days. Almost, if I had the option, maybe would have gone with a lighter color. Now, what are the good things about these seat covers? Well, there's a ton. A, they fit amazing. The fit exceeded my expectations. The headrests are very tight to get on, but I knew the second I started that process that they were going to fit well, because in my eyes, the harder it is to get on, the better it's going to fit. And that proved true. The seat covers themselves, they give you tons of straps, so that there's really no areas on the seats where it feels like it's baggy or there's still room behind the cover or in between the cover and the seat itself. I think they did a nice job including the necessary amount of straps. The finish, the quality is superb. The stitching, it's all even. The piping is well done. I have zero complaints with the way the product looks, the way it feels. I know this isn't like true leather, but it really feels like that. Once it's on the cloth, it's sort of hard to explain because you guys just got to install it yourself and see. But when you feel it after they're installed on the seat, it doesn't feel like a cover. It feels like genuine leather seats that you would get in a Rebel or a Laramie or some other higher trim. So that is a huge plus. Customer service was really good. I had a lot of back and forth with the company, obviously, in the preparation for this video, and they were very good to deal with. A lot of times, I talk with a lot of companies on a daily basis. I can't say that about all companies. So I feel like that was also an advantage. I'm going to drop a link to the product below in the bio. Now, when you click the link, it is an affiliate link. And when you purchase through that link, I get a little bit of a kickback on it, but that helps me continue to make great videos like this. It helps support the channel. Plus, I'm going to offset that as a return thank you. I have a discount code right here. It's Brand Wraps. You can get a discounted price off of the product by buying directly through their website. I will say when you are on their website, it's going to say Ram 1500 TRX, which can be a little confusing because people may think that that's just for the TRX. What they mean by that is the 1500 or the TRX. Below the listing, when you're selecting your options, you'll see all the trims that you get on a 1500. One last thing I do want to mention on the front seats, because I think this is important. I actually nicked my fingers really good a few times, and I want to save you guys from doing that. On the backs of the driver and passenger front seats, I'm going to show a video right here. When you flip up the bottom flap that's on the back side of the seats, there's a metal piece of bracing across the back side of the seat on the lower part, and you have to reach right above that bracing to grab that hook and latch system, those plastic tabs, to pull the seat covers in and hold them there. The top of that metal is razor sharp. It's really dangerous. Honestly, it's really disappointing that Ram thought that was a good idea. A couple parts on my fingers I nicked really bad. And I then put on gloves, and even I had my rubberized gloves, it cut through those. So please be really careful when you're pulling those through. I would recommend getting a set of needle nose pliers or something equivalent to that to pull them through, and just don't go anywhere near that bracing plate. Thank you for watching and supporting the channel. Please consider subscribing. Turn on that bell notification for videos. And right now I'm posting videos pretty much every day. I'm trying to keep content going for you guys. So be sure to do that. And I appreciate the support. Thanks for watching.